Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our My Time at Portia Let's Play. We are going to have a great time today. Last time we got out into the desert, we're able to get into the mines and do the rescue at Inkle's mine mission where we took on the drill machine. It's another dungeon. And so today we'll see what happens. We have the unique position that we don't currently have any major main story quests going, so we can sort of just take whatever time we have and use it how we see fit. Build up resources, earn some money, expand our workshop, develop our character, go farm out some relationships with the villagers, things like that. Whatever we feel like. Looks like they are actually looking for some insulated planter boxes to build the tree line to south wall, so we'll check that out soon. Let's see what has arrived in our mail. Mint. Thank you for your help. Up a large drill tip. Relay that we can use to speed up. There's the diagram we found in big file. Alright, so we need to build the driller. Have the industry sewing machines. Right. Oh, Ghost Hunt Festival on the Day of Memories on Saturday. Alright. Looks like we've got a busy week ahead of us. Let's go see what this driller requires. Steel shell, rubber tire, control panel, large drill tip, jumbo tire, and industrial engine. Right, I think this is all stuff we can work with. Not sure we'll be able to complete it today, but we can certainly try. And we also need to make the industrial sewing machine. That's going to require an electric furnace, which is going to be pretty tough. I don't think that we'll really have an easy time making industrial sewing machine until we get that electric furnace. I suspect that the pacing of this game is intended for going a little bit slower through some of the main story quests that we are. And so the idea is that people are meant to be farther along on their research from the research center. Let's see. We want to see Axe. Let's head back out to our workshop. He's been coming by every day, I suspect. Yep, there he is. So we'll talk to him and see if we can't cheer him up. Give him some. Alright, we are now associates. Cool. We're definitely going to be needing some steel plates, so we'll go ahead and craft. Let's go ahead and make 10 steel plates. And head into town, pick up a commission for the day. Good way to start the day off. Right, so we have 2 iron pans, 1 insulated planter box. We'll be doing the 2 iron pans. It's nice and easy. The iron pans are going to take a fair bit of rubber fruit, and With the 2 jumbo tires that we need for the driller as well, we may need to farm some extra rubber fruit out. But let's go ahead and start working on some of these parts. First of all, let's go to our quest and make 2 iron pans. So we actually have plenty of rubber fruit from the previous wood cutting we've done. Previous wood cutting. Alright, let's make some welding rods. Make 20 welding rods. So industrial engine we have, jumbo tire we are making, drill tip we have, control panel, 2 control panels. Something we'll need. Right, so 2 jumbo tires, 2 control panels, 2 rubber tires as well. Single seat. Alright, so that leaves some steel shells. We're working on the welding rods for a steel frame and the steel plates. We're going to need 9 steel plates. We have the drill tip, we have the engine, we have the tire, we have the control panel, we have the rubber tire. So it's just waiting on those steel plates and welding rods now. And the welding rods will be done sooner than the steel plates, I believe. 9 steel plates will take us about a day. We'll be able to finish this thing tomorrow morning. Let's go head up to the Church of Light. We'd gone into the ruins and mined out a bunch of data disks. We still want to gather some more, but we got enough to finish our quest, which was that we need. So we needed 6 large planter boxes to make the insulated planter boxes. We had gotten 4, I believe. We purchased 4 large planter boxes, yep. And so we needed to get 2 more. Now the problem is that leaves us with 14 data disks, and we wanted to make sure that we have enough data disks to continue doing research through the research center. So we actually need to head back into the abandoned ruins and dig up some more data disks. And change our area. We'll pop in there until we get to we'll probably do more than 20, but we'll see. Let's see how we do with some large boxes that we're looking to line up. It's not one. There's one. Okay. Okay. We'll dig up these 3 boxes and see how many data disks that gets us total. Because we'll get some as we dig down to them. And then each one has a pretty good chance of containing one as well. That one gave us 2. 3. We're on a hard minimum of 6, but if we can get more than 6, that's awesome. So let's have 4. Not have space in our inventory. That's a problem. How much does it cost? We can't quite afford. Go. I believe that puts us at 5. Yeah. Oh man, out of space in the inventory is killing us. We'll go ahead and abandon this HP food. We have much better available. I think that puts us at 6 data disks. We'll double check. Still not enough space, huh? What can we get rid of that's not worth much? I'm sure we've got something simple that I'm just overlooking. We'll just eat the Alright, so that did give us a total of 8 data disks. I think I want 2 more, so we'll just dig another couple holes. Let's see if we can get a crate. There we go. Just dig down to that crate. That should get us what we're looking for. Right. That gives us 20 and then 4 more the head start on whatever our next set ends up being. We also got some copper ore out of it, which is a nice little bonus. So let's head on down and use these insulated planter boxes. The insulated planter box also take cultivated soil, which I think we had started making, but we needed 30 and we could only start 25. So we'll go ahead and start the last 5 that we need. So that'll be done in about 8 hours, so towards the end of the day. So then the rest of the day belongs to us to do whatever we want with. Let's go ahead and get some more money. We've been pretty chill about how we handle our money lately, and I think it's coming back to bite us a little bit. So we are going to unload some of this stuff and head up to the farm to get some bait, and then we'll go fishing. Actually, how much bait do we have? Oh, we've got plenty of bait. So let's head out to the desert pond to try and go fishing. On the way, we'll drop the DD stop that we've been carrying around, just to get one more of those sort of out of the way. Actually, we'll take the DD to get out to the pond. I also wonder if, now that we've been through Ingol's mine, if that's open as a hazardous ruin. Or what the process for that becoming an open hazardous ruin is. If it will at all, I don't actually know that. I just assume this is a dungeon. Right, let's see what sort of fish we can come up with up here. Gladiator fish. Wise fish. Didn't actually want the golden salmon, just reeled it in by accident. Emperor wise fish there. Now we fish here because this is among the better ways to make money in the game. I believe the best way to make money in the game by the numbers. And that's because the gladiator fish sell for 280 goals. The wise fish sell for 320, so if we assume an even sort of split between them, we'll see an average of 300 a fish. And that's not counting any emperors or kingfish, you know, and emperor fish will slightly increase that number, but kingfish, even a single kingfish for the day, can increase your yield from, say, you know, 10,000 that you might have otherwise had to 15,000. And so it can mean a very substantial difference in terms of what your results are. I was sad to hear about the state of the game on Nintendo Switch. They Pathia released a patch for the Nintendo Switch, and that brings its content version up to that of the PC version, with a couple of exceptions. There's still no voice acting, and a couple other little things are different. But with it, they introduced some fairly major performance and game-breaking bugs. And so it's kind of in a tough spot right now. It's the crystal necklace. Never quite ready when the crystal necklace pops up. Well, we're doing pretty well in terms of our income. I would like to have caught a kingfish or two, but pretty sure we're getting close to that 10,000 mark for the afternoon. Or maybe not quite, but let's take a look. See where we're at. So we have caught 17 gladiator fish times 280 apiece, and then 13 kingfish times 320 apiece. So a total of 30 fish with an average value of 300 goals apiece, and that's around 9,000 plus the emperors. So around 10,000 for how long we've been out here, which is nice. One thing we forgot to do today was track down Martha to give her the iron pans for her commission. Ooh, it's a kingfish. Wow, we've not seen a gladiator king before. That's very fortunate for us. And with that, I think we'll be done fishing from this pool for a while. Because I believe there's a special reward for catching every type of fish and donating them to the museum as a kingfish. And we've already donated a wise fish and a golden salmon, which means that the third type of fish, the gladiator fish, was the last one we needed from that pond. So we can try and catch kingfishes from other ponds and see how those donations go. Let's head back to our workshop and complete a couple more of these quests real quick. Double check on everything, make sure that everything's in good working order. Fuel plates are going strong. We've got plenty of fuel. Let's check that our furnaces all have fuel, then we'll turn in for the night. Okay, so we're done with our glass. We've got plenty of glass, plenty of most things. One thing we're going to go ahead and do is do some lead. Don't think we'll really need a ton of lead, but we never know what we're going to need. So it's good to have it on hand. And we'll go ahead and we'll get this one on charcoal. Never have enough charcoal. That is definitely one thing we've learned. I'm gonna go ahead and do some more manganese steel bar. Those going strong. We'll keep these with carbon steel. Right. Plated planter boxes. Oh, we're one soil short. That's interesting. Was it not done yet? Interesting. Well, I guess we'll pick that up in the morning and finish that quest tomorrow. All right. Hello, and thanks for coming out. So, it is now Friday. We want to complete our green wall Chugs quest.
Morning. Here are the adult poplar trees. You'll need to use these and your planter boxes to construct them into sand blockers at your assembly.
Awesome. So we'll need to make sand blockers. One more. Just to make sure that we don't forget. We'll actually have to make the last planter box still. Fortunately, we have the resources for that. Insulated planter box. There we go. All right.
Hey! Oh la la.
Actually, gonna need 8 more steel plates. I happen to know. 6 more steel plates. Get those going. And let's do our driller now. We need 3 steel frames. So we have 2. So it's 3 steel frames. And those turn into 3 steel shells. Okay, so we can put the steel shells on there. We need a control panel. We need our jumbo tires, our single seat, our smaller tires. And our drill bits. I think we'd put away in the box. Let's get those back out. What are we missing still? Oh, 3 industrial engines, right? Alright, so where did those industrial engines go? Industrial engines are the orange ones. There they are. Alright. So we need a photo of our character with May for the newspaper. So let's find Martha and turn in our commerce commission, so we can pick up another one.
We have that bridge connected to Elizabeth now. We have some townsfolk we rarely see living on. Hello.
It's Friday, so the commissions that we have for the weekend are quite a bit more intense. A water engine, for example, or a hard aluminum. We'll do the water engine. That's 4,000 goals. Is no small thing. So we'll head out and double check on what we need for that. Get any parts started that we don't have available. Might try making a forge as well. We've got just about everything we need for it. We're looking for the water engine. So that's bearing. We'll need more tin alloy, engine, steel plates, carbon steel bars, gold parts. So we have everything except for some tin alloy. So we can take the furnace we've been having make charcoal, cancel that for now, and make some more tin alloy. Right. Let's head out to find the recipients of our various quests. We've got to place the line of poplar trees, and then we also want to find Mint, who looks like he's in town. So let's place these out along the hill so that we can protect the town we're building from sand.
Man, that's a beautiful sight.
Yes, it is.
There'll be no more sand on my breakfast table.
Alright. We got a worker's hat for that one. Let's see what that one does. 230, 320 HP. We'll go ahead and hold on to our fancy white hat for now. It gives us extra action points. I think that's something that happens while we're doing the social interaction minigame. But we're okay with it. DD stop up there. We should get, at some point find a chance to go place. Let's head up to the clinic to see if we can't track down Mint.
I can't believe you got this built. You must have used some I took on this project as a favor for Uncle Gale.
Alright, what do we have? Clinic. Simple ointment. Let's head on down into town and see what we can do about selling some of these fish we caught yesterday. If we're lucky, we might be able to get some decent money for them. It's a good enough money day. It's not great, but definitely good enough. Oh, a couple of diamonds there too. Alright, so we'll sell these gladiator fish. The wise fish. I'm actually going to keep the king wise fish to donate. Let's see, what else do we have to sell? That might be all. We can sell our old clothes. We won't be needing those. And then we can sell some of these bamboo papaya. Go. So our money situation improves by the day. Let's go drop off this Gladiator King. Now we got a piece of mail with the statement that the fish collection had improved and we now had a regular version of each fish. What that makes me wonder, what makes me think about, is would there be like an intermediary one if we catch the Emperor versions of the Frogfish, Goliath, and Bubblefish? Because then we would have the regular one, then the middle sort of Emperor fish, and then finally the Kingfish. So that may be something that we take up as a side project first. Since we're going to need to fish for those Kingfish anyways, if we happen to get the Emperor fish first, we might be able to see if there's a sort of intermediary reward there. So let's head back to our workshop, I guess, at this point. Let's see. Gonna need one more tin alloy in order to make the bearings for our water engine. So let's head down to where we catch pufferfish, I guess. Seems like a decent enough way to spend part of the afternoon. So we're pretty well caught up on everything else, just playing the waiting game for most of these quests. We could track down May for a photo if we wanted. We'll just go fishing. So we're looking for king pufferfish, but we will also accept an emperor pufferfish. Emperor pufferfish. There we go. Right, so then the Goliath and the Frogfish were the other two we were missing. Let's see if we can't grab one of those real quick. Both happen to grow relatively close by. Shouldn't be too hard. Or not grow, but spawn. I don't know, what would you call that? Live? Looking for an Emperor or King Frogfish. And some regular frogfishes. And of course we won't turn down if King Catfish appears. Something along those lines. Up and see if we can't catch an Emperor Goliath real quick. Now tomorrow is a festival, and this is one of the festivals that I've not taken part in before. This is my first time playing through the full version of the game. We'd played in beta. There was a lot of unfinished content in beta, and this particular festival wasn't present. So we'll have a good time seeing what that's all about. Or a Emperor or King Goliath. It's hard to see all these Goliath fish pop up and not reel them in because there's an Emperor Goliath right there. They're the hardest fish to catch in the game, and they're quite valuable. But they weren't what we were looking for, so we move on. Get into the museum. Is it still open? Oh, it's at 6. Alright, we'll come back later.
If they're truly going to build a new town called South Block, I'm glad we have a museum in town now. I think society as a whole focused too. Hello? I really want to wear my bikini, but I can't swim. Goodbye.
Right.
I heard there's an abandoned mine over at the edge of the Eufaula Desert. I asked my brother to go with me to the new Portia Museum. Hi. I really like making small trinkets. Goodbye.
Alright. Take care of our horse, make sure that he's well fed. Right. We got the 10 alloy we needed for the bearings for our water engine. We'll go ahead and get those started. And I think with that we are just about done with what we're doing down here, let's go ahead and see if we can't catch some more kingfish. At this point, we're really only interested in kingfish. We won't spend too long out here just because that's not necessarily how we want to spend all of our time, but it was close by and we don't really have anything else pressing to do this evening. So, seems as good a use of the time as any. So we'll go ahead and fish until midnight and then head home and turn in early. I say turn in early as if it's normal to stay up until you can't possibly walk anymore and you pass out. Sometimes it feels like that's my life, though. Alright, last cast. Hey, it's a frog kingfish, what do you know? Said I would leave at midnight, and this cast came out and it was shortly after midnight, and I was like, should we leave or not? I'm glad we stayed. Alright. Well, the museum's fish collection is going to be looking good tomorrow. Here we go. It's now Saturday, the weekend. The Day of Memories. Don't really know what the Day of Memories entails. Alright, so it is an active hazardous ruin. So that's cool. Got that. One thing, if I remember right, Emily likes to play with the baby chicks on Saturdays. So I think if we come up here...
Since I don't dive in the ruins too much. So hi!
We can...
There you go again! Hey, thanks for your help. These little...
I think this gets us some points with Emily. Do this quest each Saturday.
Sorry to bother you again. In return, here are some eggs.
Chicken pie. Well... I don't know for sure, but I think we may actually have some pumpkin pie. I think at one point we were given some. We may have actually sold it. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the sort of thing we'll be able to easily come up with. So Emily's wish may go unfulfilled here. Oh well. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this water engine built. So we need some steel plates, some old parts, get the bearings out. Let's double check everything we need. Full list. Old parts, small engine, steel plate, bearings. Old parts, small engine, steel plate. So there's the steel plates. Go get the bearings off of the grinder. Got those as well. The small engine and the old parts out of storage then. Parts. There are the small engines. Right. Our engine is done. Sort all these things back. Drop off the stuff we don't need. Let's head into town. Looks like this is just the box. We'll swing by the Commerce Guild, do the inspection minigame in our
You finally
water engine.
Thank you. Hi.
Right. For any errors or mistakes, misalignments, shape or the wrong size. Sometimes they're easy. Check our workshop rank. Still way ahead of Higgins. That feels pretty good. Let's see what the what we can see about the festival today on our calendar. Ghost hunt at 5 p.m. Doesn't say where though, but the wishing lanterns are after midnight. So the ghost hunt may be in town or could be maybe on the haunted cave. Not really sure. We'll have to check it out. Alright, let's head up and turn in... Oh, we have the relic exchange, right. The relic exchange lets us get some perhaps rarer pieces in exchange for some more common ones. But for now, let's turn in a couple of fish. So we now have a emperor fish at least of every type. We're still missing 7 kingfish, but we have 6 of them. We have 6 of the 13. So we can go fishing for some kingfish and maybe remedy that situation. Not mean to come by, but let's talk to Petra.
We're still studying the people in the church are...
All right. This time, let's see if we can't track down May. Or she might be at the newspaper. Check it out. Doesn't look like they're here today. Maybe we can find her and take care of the photo quest we have. And there's Scraps. Let's chat with Scraps. And let's go ahead and gift Scraps some more dog food. Scraps loves dog food. Which is good, because he's a dog. Alright. That's where we sign up. It's the gift exchange.
I can't wait to see South Block complete. Hello? I hope Portia can be... See you.
Hi!
I'm planning on taking my students to visit Sea. I'm glad Portia finally has its own museum.
We'll probably do some preaching over in South Block, but I was afraid Director Merlin would display some dangerous items in a museum. It looks like...
Well. Everybody else is gathered at 2. The festival is meant to begin at 5. Or they've gathered at noon, rather. The festival's not meant to begin until 5. So, that's interesting. Let's head out and get started on... Oh, we have mail. What's this? Mail from Merlin. Support on the study of fish. We have already obtained all the emperor fish, and we get our master fishing rod. So it is the emperor fish that you need for the master fishing rod, which is awesome. Kind of want to go test it out. I'm not sure we have time to get to a pool that it will matter at, but yeah, no, we don't. We should head back. But that is exciting news. Alright, I believe that starts at... Okay. Before we get on with the planned events, Miss Lucy will speak a little about the history of the Day of Memories. Miss Lucy. Everyone, whoa, such a big crowd. I'm kind of getting nervous now. I want to talk about how an event as serious as going for a grave visit turned into such a fun holiday. Day of Memories used to be called Memorial Day back in the old world. It was a day to remember loved ones that had passed. When the day of calamity happened, many lives were lost. In the years immediately after the day of calamity, Memorial Day turned into a particularly sad event. Survivors not only remembered their loved ones, they also remembered the good days gone by. The leader of a group of survivors in Athea decided to make a day of hope instead of a day of moping, so on the day of Memorial Day, he dressed up as a ghost and started a game of tag. It was very dark underground. Some people probably really did believe the leader to be a ghost. A few of them opened fire in self-defense, and the leader died. Still, his legacy lived on. The idea of making Memorial Day into a day of hope soon spread to the neighboring survivors. Has eventually become what the Day of Memories is today, a day mixed with remembrance and excitement. Thank you for an excellent account of the history of the Day of Memories. With that said, let's start with our event. So Burn Blue, that is the core hammer. It comes from the dungeon, the first dungeon you do once the desert opens. And it is given to you at the beginning of that dungeon. But it's my favorite weapon in the game. It's got some cool attacks. That slam attack right there will actually stun any enemies it hits. So it's got some utility against multiple large groups in particular. Makes it nice. Right. At this point, we are waiting for the Day of Memories to start. Should be in about 30 seconds. Talk to Gust.
Now that the museum is finished, I see some...
Alright, Gust. Alright, at the beginning of the day, there are several ghost badges scattered the city, complete with each other to find as many as possible. At regular intervals, new will spawn on the map. Top 3 badge earners if you're not in the top 3. There are also some ghosts. If you get hit by a ghost or a scare soaker, another participant. Okay, so we can use the scare soaker to So what are we supposed to do with these ghosts? It's group photo spots. I don't understand what it is we're looking for, I think. We're looking for ghost badges. I think those might just be lanterns. Oh, I see. We have to pick these. Okay. So we're looking for the pillars of light. Ghost badge. Alright. Alright, we can do this. Hey, we have a horse. The horse is probably cheating. But... oh, we can lose that's right. So does that mean that we can steal other people? So we don't... okay, we can lose badges, they can't. Or we don't gain them when we steal badges, rather. Looks like there's some up at the church. Alright, we're tied for first. And we're... oh. This is an intense game. People do not play friendly here. Alright, we're back in first. And we're back in third. Back in first. Head up to the church to solidify our lead. Not sure the horse is actually doing us very many favors here. Yeah, so we can't make them lose badges, but they can make us lose badges. So this is a rigged game. And not in our favor. Okay. Well, now we know for next year how to win at the Ghost Hunt Festival. All of the ghost badges have been picked up, so at this point we're just hanging out. Alright. Unfortunately, we don't have enough ghost badges to set off any lanterns this year. So that sucks. Maybe next year. But let's head on down to the shore all the same. Not sure where everybody else is at. Oh, there they go. I thought she gave us some eggs. Maybe not. Still a pretty cool festival.
The people in the church.
I hope Portia can.
All right. Well, I think we're going to do one more day on this episode, and then we'll end there. That'll mean that we finish out the summer, so this will be the last day of summer. It's an exciting time, and now we have the master fishing rod. Well, that was fun. Let's go test out our master fishing rod on the Amber Island fish pool and see how catching some of these fish goes. Well, that was a necklace. Yeah, the master fishing rod really seems to just trivialize the whole fishing minigame. We might try it on the Goliath fish tomorrow, just to see. The last cast of the night, we're going to try for a kingfish. Probably won't get one, that's okay. We'll just see what happens. Yeah. So. Right. So, from the Commerce Guild, thank you for... need of a water tower and charge station for a vehicle pit stop. Water tower and charge station. Let's see what we can do here. What do these require? I also kind of want to make a forge. I think the forge requires the generator, though. An industrial furnace, advanced engine, tower. These are all things I think we can do, but we need an electric furnace. So we're gonna have to wait until we get the electric furnace from the research center before we can do that. So it's possible that that's what they're working on right now. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. I think when we get the electric furnace, we'll also have to learn how to make electrified plating. And then a generator. So I think the fired power generator will work. Right. Another bountiful harvest of potato fruit, 389 total. Let's go ahead and plant some more, as well as get our fertilizer out to refuel our tank there. Farming in this game reminds me of a lot of games like Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon, which are a little more focused on the farming aspects of the game. But works out functionally about the same. Alright. So we are definitely going to need some more steel plates. We'll go ahead and just craft. We are going to need to make a lot more carbon steel bars. We'll craft as many as we can. But I think we are going to have to turn some of these furnaces over to charcoal and carbon steel, just to keep up with the demand for some of the things that are coming soon. So here we will craft 25 more charcoal. And you, furnace, will also be set as a charcoal furnace. We actually don't have enough wood to craft all the charcoal we need. So let's head over here. I think we're doing okay on hardwood, but we'll check. We may end up gathering some more wood. So we got 358. We'll go ahead and make 1,000 wood. But we are going to want to chop some more hardwood. Fuel that and craft more charcoal. That's got fuel as well. Alright, so that's all set for us. We can go ahead and store some of these items. We don't need these ghost badges anymore. Let's see. Alright, let's head into town a little bit. A really big scraps. Which one? Burn?
Hello. There used to be so many AIs walking around.
We do need to find scraps today. Scraps is usually hanging around the plaza. Not seeing any. Let's go ahead and do the inspection real quick. Take care of that. I struggle so much with the inspection minigame sometimes, and other times it's just silly how easy it is. But sometimes they do things like... So I think in this case... Yeah. So you can see it right there. That back corner is bulged out more. But there are some things where they just give you really awkwardly shaped things, and it's impossible to tell whether they're meant to look right. I'm not seeing anything out of place, out of shape from that angle. Here. Side, everything. Oh, bottom is missing. There we go. A hand drill. Not seeing any markings. Oh, there's a marking. It's there and there. So, like, how is that standard? Ugh. Just embarrassing. This teapot is a great example of what I was talking about, or whatever it is.
Hey! Don't underestimate the difficulty of the work at the...
Alright, so it is Sunday, the last day of spring. We have the opportunities to do... Oh, the mystery man is here.
Oh, another loyal customer just appeared. I am called the Mystery Salesman. Always a pleasure.
Let's see what you've got. So you sell wedding rings. You sell small engines. Some pretty cool structures there. A lucky sack. For 1,000 goals, we can get a lucky sack that has a piece of a relic inside. Storages. What else do we have? Deluxe fishing kit. Sweetheart cake. Some paintings. Now the paintings I may actually buy, because I think this is the only way to get them, and so they would be good for the museum. We can rename cats and children. Special giant seed. We will buy the special giant seeds. A tool used to modify the wall. Paint the wall, modify the color. Or television. Give to a pet to dissolve the adopter. It's time and brings fortune. See, I'm tempted to buy some of these items just because I don't know what they do. Let's go ahead and get the the roller brush as well. Well, we'll buy some more of these things. We've got plenty of money. We're not short on money. Buy a doghouse. Maybe we can get Scraps to come live with us. We'll go ahead and buy the paintings for the museum. Easy enough. And then I liked the cuckoo clock as well. How much was that? We'll go ahead and buy the golden clock and put that, hang that on our wall. Let's head out to our house and see what these items do. Can we use this to paint our house and make it not ugly wood? Looks like we paint our walls. I think I like a faint green. Kinda wish you could see it though. So let's try something a little more plain. Let's try going with like a yellow, a light yellow. Oh, we need pigments in our inventory. We have pigments in storage. Can we paint the outside of our house? Must be used. Oh, and it needs a level 2 house. Cool. Well, what happens if we try using it on a level 1 house? What are they gonna do? Tell us we can't? We're gonna try it anyways. We're gonna paint our walls yellow. Nothing happened. We're gonna paint our floor black. Also, nothing happened. Great. Just great. And all this money can't even use the tools we bought. Let's go ahead and put down a doghouse. Put it next to our stables. I don't think we ever... Alright, let's see if we can't find Scraps, because I like Scraps. There's the cat. I don't... There's Scraps. Hey, Scraps. Scraps says woof woof, and he eats his dog food. Alright, so we once again find ourselves in the position where we don't really have anything pressing to work on, simply because the tools we need to make, or the things we need to do, we can't really advance. We can get everything else ready, so we could do the copper plates, the large pipes, but the aluminum is going to be trickier. Similarly, we could do the steel plates here and the industrial furnace, so maybe that's where we should invest some time. I think we're actually going to build a fire-powered generator and forge, though. I think that's what we want to work on next. So let's see what the civil furnace will take. Civil furnace. That's marble planks. I have bronze plates we'll need to make. Let's get started on some of those. Needs some bronze plates. 5 bronze plates. Steel plates are cooking. We have plenty of marble plates, but we did want 5 copper plates. Let's see, what else are we gonna need? Bronze plates, stone stool. We can do that part. And then next one was the industrial engine we have. Steel plates are cooking. Copper coils we can make. Fire-powered generator. We're working on all the parts we need. The forge, we're going to need 2 bearings, so we'll make some tin alloy there, and otherwise we have everything else, so we can actually get that done probably tomorrow, which is exciting. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pet our horse, and then we are going to go test out our master fishing rod against the toughest fish in the game, Goliath fish. See how we do. One of the reasons the Goliath fish falls behind the other pools is because they're much harder to catch. They take longer to catch. And so if the master fishing rod is such a large improvement that we can simply just reel in the fish, then it may regain its place as sort of the best fishing pool. Now, it's the best one available at the start of the game, up until you unlock the hazardous ruins. So we can't quite just reel it in. They get away. But it definitely does a lot better. Definitely makes catching these Goliath fish much, much easier. What we would really like, though, is a Goliath King. That is the grand prize from fishing in this pool. Of course, I will take whatever we can get. So, regular Goliaths, Emperor Goliaths are all good. Even some golden salmon, why not? All right. I enjoyed the fishing minigame, but it is getting a little tired. I do want to catch the kingfish to see what the reward for getting all kingfish in the museum is. It's also the best way for us to earn more money, or one of the best ways for us to earn more money, especially since we can't really advance those big commissions. And we're to the point where we need quite a lot of money to expand our inventory, expand our workshop, things like that. And so it happens to be a worthwhile use of our time to work towards that second side quest. There we go. That is a King Goliath. I am 99% sure. That is very exciting. We're down to, I think, just 6 more types of Goliath fish, or of kingfish. Go ahead and, so I think one thing I want to do is let's go. I'm not sure when the church closes. We may be able to make it up there still. They are open late on Sunday. So I want to get those big planter boxes and set those up for our... Was it 6? We missed it by 2 minutes. Alright, I want to expand our farming operation. That's the goal we're working on here. And in particular, I want to get some more planter boxes for our constant potato fruit farm. But then I also want to get our large planter boxes and use those mysterious seeds that the salesman gave us. See what will grow for us there. But those will require large planter boxes, which we can only get from the church. Now, we did run out of hardwood a little earlier, so we'll go ahead and chop some trees, try and get some more. So here we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 deep and 4 wide. So we could do another row in front, or we could fill in behind. One thing I kind of want to do is actually see about moving my house. You know, this workshop setup is kind of a relic of a bygone time when we didn't have quite as much space. So we may come back to sort of figure out a new layout for our workshop, try and make it nice, try and decorate it, things like that in the coming days as well. I'm gonna go ahead and look for a bubble kingfish. I was remembering that you could catch firefish from this pool, but that may be from the other pool nearby here, rather than from this one. That's an emperor bubblefish, not a king bubblefish. So we'll go ahead and fish until about midnight again, and call it a day. And in fact, call it a night. Tomorrow with more Portia. I'm just really enjoying this game right now. I want to keep playing. I'm tempted to do more tonight, but I don't want to make these too long of individual episodes. An hour a piece or so. This one will be about an hour and a half. Seem like appropriate length. And also a good balance. You know, you don't want to play too much video games. It's one of the best parts about them is that, you know, like a book, you can sort of set it down and walk away. And Portia's the same way. You can pause it, go take care of whatever you need to, and always come back to it. One of the problems with like TV as a medium is that you really need to sort of commit to watching it. And that's a bit better with streaming, but alright, last cast. Come on, King Bubblefish. We're looking for a bubblefish that is different from all of the other bubblefish. Alright. We'll call it a day there. That will finish out our first summer. And we will start again. It's a big fish. We'll go ahead and steal some animal poop, though. From McDonald's farm. In the dead of night. Sneak on over. Steal all the poop. Don't tell anybody. Really, though, these are used for planter boxes, and since we are probably not going to do like a full farm setup, but I'm thinking about a third of our workshop is going to be dedicated to planter boxes of various sizes. Any animal feces we can gather will help us make that a reality, and then even if we had enough, we would be able to take that and then turn it into fertilizer to save us money buying the fertilizer from the farm. So, alright, that'll do it. I think next time we're going to work on expanding our workshop a little more, building up our house, decorating, and seeing what the first autumn has for us. So, thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully you've had a good time. And we will catch you guys again here real soon.